which explains why Mo didn't see it. The white roses were not visible because they were on the backside of the bust. Ta-da! So yeah, technically they were hidden. Order, order! Hey! Whew! This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Or not. Ah, crap. They're back to where they were. Super happy and not angry anymore. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Oh god. Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Oh no! The one flaw in my otherwise flawless plan. Not really a plan. My flawless argument. There we go. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster, and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well, however, I feel this is a good place to take a break. We'll listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after the recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Woohoo! To be continued! Oh my god. I don't know why this case is so hated. Like, it's probably the least, everybody's least favourite case in the entire Phoenix Wright series. I don't really know why, to be honest. Unless it's the fact they just don't like how long it goes on, or Mo's jokes maybe. I have no idea. I've quite enjoyed it. The only thing I've not really liked about the case is the long-windedness of talking with Mo. That's basically the only thing I've not enjoyed. And that's purely because most of the dialogue with Mo is really cheesy puns that I just do not want to hear. I can't believe it. Acro. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is, and to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, unbelievable. Acro tried to pin the murder on you, on purpose. He did? My. He's just a little twerp, isn't he? Well, that's one way to put it. Hey pal. Oh. You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Ah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Not now, now, Detective. I'm sorry. Now why don't you relax a little? We got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? Well, if you... Oops. I was wondering what happened then. Oops. This is why I don't have my desk so close to me, because I end up pressing buttons on this massive bloody controller. Well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned. What is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. The result of our investigation. You can look at it later. Is it blood? Won't Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. Von Karma looked like she was in a pretty big hurry, though. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday our final plans were put into place. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me, I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Judgment comes at the very last instant. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm going home. Judgment comes at the very last instant. Huh. What did he mean by that? The very last instant part? Everything he said seemed pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. No, don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like it's some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? Why? No one needs that much milk. If you drank that much milk, it would probably make you throw up. A lot. I really don't know why that happens, either. Like, when you drink a lot of milk in a short amount of time, you just throw it all back up, and I really don't get it. It's a very weird thing, I find. This court is now in session. Shall we continue our proceedings? Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor? Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get the motive. To the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favour and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. About the ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Aw. I need a drink. My throat is starting to hurt. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro could kill the man he held in such high esteem. You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Nah, there's no need. I mean, we can't press him on anything. It's all stuff we don't really know the truth behind, and I'm assuming he would be telling the truth. There's no need to cross-examine the witness. What's that? Why was the ringmaster murdered? There's no need to dive into that bit of testimony when I know the answer already. Ooh, triple dots. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. What was Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster? How about it? Can you explain that to me? Of course I can. Now I've come this far, there's no way I could answer, no I can't. Well, this is going to be good. Very well, then please enlighten the court. Let's see some evidence that proves Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster. Unless this is not... Ah, that's not really the motive for killing the ringmaster, though. Crap. Let me just go off for this one more time. This is why Acro killed the ringmaster. That is correct. I don't think the defense would mind confirming something for me. What exactly are we supposed to learn from this piece of evidence? So yeah, that was not it. Crap. What are you supposed to learn? Looks like you just won the award for biggest failure in court. Biggest failure in court? That stings. In recognition of your honour, let me bestow you with my special prize. Hurry up and prove something. No, I'm really gonna have to think about this. Okay, so give up presenting things, because it's not that. I can't prove he had a motive for killing the ringmaster. Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honour, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. I was far too hasty. I was like, of course I can prove it. I didn't really read into it, though. It's like, of course I can prove why he killed the ringmaster. Oh. Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russellberry, Ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro. You didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murder plot was not the Ringmaster. He did not plan to kill Russellberry. What? Order, order. Bailiff, I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my cart? Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to this cart? To his cart? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Yes. I mean, I'm not answering yes, it's just, okay, yeah, her. Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? Well, that look kind of says yes. Don't you dare object. You don't need to answer that, it's a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong, that's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I love how defeated Von Karma looks in certain situations. Enough, Mr. Wright, allow me to... The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. Where's the note? There is the note. What's it actually say on it? To the murderer, you haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago, have you? I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 PM tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. There we go. Acro, do you have any recollection of seeing this? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 PM. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? There's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean, it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Oh! Order, order, order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, I mean the ringmaster, read the note? That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bus and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bus fly. Ugh. Hey Nick, isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. But Regina can handle it. Me too. Acro wrote this note to Regina. Oh my god. Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas. A foolish testimony, you're so foolish, you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Jesus. I think fool might be Von Karma's favourite word. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, if you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Okay. Uh-huh. That's a line in the note, alright. Well then, if the note was sent to Regina Berry, it must mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what that note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Aha! Bum bum ba bum. But hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago? I have no idea. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron. Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well, then if that's the case, hurry up and tell us all about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually the small seasoning bottle. That's what it is, but it is pepper. There we go. What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. But what do you mean? The victim would arrive and try to take away the wooden box. That's when they discover the decisive evidence found inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright, so what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Oh my god, that's a lot of life. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Oh, right, yeah. That threw me off, I guess. Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into a comatose state. A lion? Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that, it's just not in her. I mean, it's not like it was intended. So then what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder, he's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? It was actually an accident. Oh, was it? I mean, it was an accident. I don't know. It was an accident. I think it might be the fact it was an accident, but Regina did not really think about what she was doing. I guess. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina could ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat. There we go. It's just the way they worded it made me, really confused. Ah, that's what that was. The scarf. Oh. Stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. That's just a scarf. Acro. The scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who was the one that gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina? There is something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Oh! Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering the criminal. A criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Regina gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. What's the crime in that? Or where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze. What? Leon didn't plan on biting Bat at all. He got whiff of the pepper and sneezed. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Ugh. Jeez. He sneezed because of all the pepper spread on the scarf. What? You fool! So, you've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object, for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really plan to say this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do, it's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. So it's a joke of an accident to you, huh? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that's what what I said was true? Acro? You can't mean, witness? Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been, evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the ringmaster... Where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof to be more precise. Murder weapon? Yeah, the bust. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. We don't need to search his room. I'm pretty sure they already searched it. It was in the prosecution and the police. See how it works out first. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma Total Justice. I guess. I figured with you that's the least I should expect. You leave no stone unturned. Great, you got whipped again. Von Karma Levanese's. Oh my god. Never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright? The bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after all. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. Looks like the coup de grace in this case was ever so sweet. But what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them? Mr. Wright, no offense, but the important evidence here is about the death of the ringmaster. I think you should remember that. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bus, where is it now? Where's the bus right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where the bus is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bus is? Oh, there we go. It seems as if this case is coming to a close. I just can't read. The defense's counter-argument looks to have fallen short. Screw you, Von Karma. Thank you for your support. Ack! Now if you'll please excuse me, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness. No! Hold it. Who actually said that? Maya. Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. What? We need time to do what? Oh, the music. Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Is he talking to me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walk in the tightrope of logic. There's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust now? Somewhere in the courtroom! It's obvious, the bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obvious? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. The judge's bench. Oh my god, that would be great. The witness's chair. Acro? I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? Ooh. I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you're a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just want to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Would you not be able to see it from behind? Oh no, you wouldn't. Because the back of the chair goes all the way down to where the wheels are. Once again, your penchant for humour hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you could laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you couldn't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it. In the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Could you please remove the blanket from the wheelchair? Ah, the music. Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. Oh dear. Hey! She's admitting defeat. You fool! How could you? She just doesn't like to be beaten. You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Miss Franziska von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust? Obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So, you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. I failed. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. Or he wouldn't have hidden the bust and we wouldn't have found it. It doesn't matter now though. It seems as if we've arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russellberry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. Aw, I feel bad for him. Because he literally lost everything. Although wanting to get revenge for something that was accidental kind of sucks. All my brother did was want Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf in pepper. I know she didn't want anything bad to happen, I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believed in that so purely. That she would laugh innocently when saying it, too innocently. I couldn't just stand it. I just couldn't stand it. Fuck me, I can't read. No matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina? What do you mean by that? So are you saying that you were a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I meant. Aww. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself, then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave, I just couldn't. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. Jesus. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me. Again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Hey! Not guilty! Woohoo! That was a really sad ending, though. This court is adjourned. And to be fair, in the show, I think Turnabout Big Top is one of the saddest cases in the entire show, too. Just the way it ends. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the Ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Congratulations, Mr. Max. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever, and never be happy. Huh? She's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault. Sweetie pie. Bat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina. Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro... is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that? Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Huh? Acro said that all the time to you. So I thought it'd work for me too. Oh. I need to show the profile. Take that! Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. Bat. That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. He is, huh? But now that Acro's been caught... Uh-huh. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until he can meet Acro again. It's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. Such a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? Ah, that's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is still sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh. Amazing. Yay, I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max, let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina? You're gonna help him out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We've got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry. Max. Nick. Everyone's just saying names. Seems like everything is going to turn out alright here. Can't wait to go and see the best circus the world has ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't mind this case. It's probably one of the saddest ones. Oh no, just Acro's admission and seeing him cry, it just kind of hit me where it hurts. You see, just like you thought yesterday's search really paid off, sir. You had it all figured out yesterday, didn't you? It was just a theory. A game theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Wait, who's Gumshoe talking to? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. Do me a favour and try not to be too harsh on Acro. Once I get back, I'll make a stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office. It's Edgeworth! Yes, sir. I'll be waiting for you. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth. Aha! So he gave Gumshoe the order to search the room. Turnabout Big Top. The end. Awesome! Hey! A brand new episode, the final one. Farewell, my turnabout. Awesome. And as usual, I think I'm going to end the session here. Because we've ended episode 3, so I might as well start a new session when I start episode 4. Alright, so that is going to be the end of this session. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, take care.